I'm really excited to share my thoughts over the past decade on design with you. I've worked with many companies on hundreds of packaging design projects. I've taken great nuggets from the best and thought about the pitfalls of projects that didn't work out to create a process for anyone to follow. Ultimately, this workflow helps bring a level of empathy to packaging, a process that forces you to think about what you are doing holistically and focusing with the end in mind. So let's get through it. Number one, we're kicking off the project. The new product or the package redesign has been approved. It's essential that you invite all the stakeholders to this meeting and have a plan to identify objectives and processes during this critical meeting. So the second phase is the creative brief. Either you've received a creative brief and you're on the agency end, or you're crafting one for yourself for internal processes or to recruit great designers. In this phase, you'll need to be equipped with the best questions. It's a cheat sheet to drive the greatest chance of success. So phase 3 is research. There are a lot of resources out there that you need to be aware of. Leverage your way to success. Don't reinvent and innovate every single time. This phase is all about identifying the right primary research to conduct and the best secondary resources to leverage. The fourth phase is ideation, and this is my absolute favorite phase of the project. Using proven brainstorming strategies to develop 100 design ideas, and then using a well-tested vetting process to weight and rank the ideas to empirically select the best. You're going to love learning about this phase. The fifth is design, and this is what the course is all about, defining the ideal workflow. Great ideas are iterative. Edison created over 700 iterations to get the right light bulb. And thankfully, we've defined a great process to speed this up, starting with the hack prototype, where computers are not allowed, and moving into a digital comp, a first comp, and qualitative and quantitative testing. This testing opens up objective improvements to craft your second comp. And then we test again, generating refined feedback for a final comp. And if all works out, we'll move on to the next phase, which is distribution. There is a lot to consider in distribution, from strategic development of your shipping container to test protocol, but you'll be introduced to methods to help define your levels of packaging and tools to leverage parametric standards to generate distribution packaging and pallet and truck designs. It's also essential to define your supply and distribution chains. Where do materials come from? And where do they need to go? And how do they need to meet up with production? From here, how do your packaged products find their way into different marketplaces, into your customers' hands, and ultimately into their afterlife, landfilled, recycled, or sustainably discarded? Once you have mapped out a comprehensive picture of your supply chain and have specifications across all of your packaging, you're now well equipped to reach out to suppliers and co-packers to secure not only the best value, but to ensure your design expectations are realized. To do this, you need to identify, vet, and select appropriate material and packaging suppliers. This can be a logistic art, making sure materials arrive at your printers and converters on time and on specification. You'll learn what pitfalls you need to be aware of and the best questions to ask when selecting production partners. Right before you push the go button, we have a series of pre-production checks: how to order production comps, confirm your materials, ensure everyone is on the same page and approvals are in. And then it's time to start, going into production with the confidence that you need to be successful in the marketplace. It's the confidence that's required so you're focused on the future versus picking up all the pieces during this stressful but highly rewarding time. You ready? I'm ready.